AITA for telling my son that he'll never get girlfriend if he doesn't fix his teeth? I, 42F, have a son, 17 meters, with my husband, 43 meters. My son has a slight overbite and his bottom teeth are slightly crooked. He has an older sister who had the same problem but who was prescribed Invisalign, which fixed the problem. Naturally, since we sent him to the same dentist, she recommended the same treatment. But he resisted the idea. He didn't want to be inconvenienced about eating and drinking for the 6 months that it would take to fix his teeth. His father and I tried to reason with him. His father told him, "Come on, dude. Your sister did it. It's just 6 months out of your life that aren't even that bad and you'll have perfect teeth when it's done." But he kept resisting. So I said, "Do you ever want a girlfriend? Because you'll never get one if you don't fix your teeth." His face crumpled at this and he left the room. I felt really bad at seeing the look on his face because I realized that I'd accidentally really hurt his feelings. His father followed him out saying, "Oh, come on. Stop being so sensitive. Your mom was just making a point," but what I said apparently really hurt his feelings. He went to my mother and told her about it, and she told me that what I said was really mean and unnecessary. I don't get it. Neither does my husband. I really didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to motivate my son to put up with some mild inconvenience in order to fix his teeth. But my mom, his grandmother, seems to think that what I said to him was just way out of line. AITA? YTA. Way to enhance any insecurities your son may have about his appearance. You are telling him that looks are the only thing that matters, which is simply not true. YTA. What do you mean, accidentally? That wasn't an accidental statement. That was an unfair jab at your son for his teeth that came from your genetics. By the way, my boyfriend has crooked teeth and a bit of an overbite. I love him to bits. You go apologize to your son right now. And while you're at it, make his dad do so as well. You both ganged up on him and shamed him. Shame on you. Your mother is right. It was mean and unnecessary. There's nothing motivating about bullying your child. Lift him up instead of putting him down. YTA. You just called your son ugly. But it's okay because you didn't mean to hurt him by calling him ugly. You meant to help him by calling him ugly. Of course. How silly for everyone not to understand this. YTA. 2 ways. First, his teeth. His decision. Second, you, his mother, just told him he was so ugly he'd never find anyone attracted to him unless he undergoes this cosmetic operation you want for him. Go apologize. And mean it. Mom. Deliberately cruel to son, to make a point. Also, Mom, did I say something wrong? Quote, are you kidding me? YTA. YTA. And you're wrong. The way you describe his teeth, they don't even sound that bad, and I've seen plenty of people with very bad teeth in relationships. Just because you're that shallow doesn't mean that all the other women on the planet are too. I don't get it. Neither does my husband. Then you two need to work on your compassion, on your text apprehension, and your people skills. YTA. YTA. As someone whose mom keeps telling me, if you don't lose your weight, nobody will want to marry you. It super hurts. 10 years later, I married my loving husband who could care less about my weight, and it still hurts. I'll remember it till the day I die. You better apologize and hope your son will forgive and forget. Edit. Also, as a dentist, I will always ask the patient what they think of their teeth and if they truly want the treatment or not, as they are the ones who has to go through it. I don't care what the parents say. I will educate the patient of the pros and cons and ask them to think really carefully. Come on up. You've really had to reach middle age before you learned that when you insult someone they don't like it. YTA. You were mean on purpose. Trying to twist it to sound motivating doesn't negate that. Don't act all innocent now you're being called out. Plus you're showing him how shallow you are. Poor performance all round. Apologize to him. YTA. Stop equating worth and looks. It's a bad message to put on your kids. If he's a good person, that's all that matters. YTA. If his teeth is slightly crooked, he most likely doesn't need it. It's his choice if he ever want it done. And it definitely doesn't affect his finding a girlfriend. You crushing his self-esteem does. YTA. And your husband is an even bigger one. You should get some Botox for your crow's feet wrinkles and get a tummy tuck to deal with the flabby skin that results from pregnancy. You have to do this to keep your husband happy. Your husband needs hair plugs to keep you around. He needs to work out so he doesn't look weak. Did that statement bother you? You did the same to him. YTA. You basically said, "You are so ugly that nobody will like you," to your son just because his teeth are not perfectly aligned. There's always time to decide to fix the teeth. If there isn't a medical condition, you can just support him instead of making fun of the way he looks. What a way to give him even more insecurities. A person is valued for what they do and how they treat others, not how they teeth align. Yes. YTA. And so was your husband. I get you're frustrated with the situation, but it doesn't really matter if you don't get what you said hurt his feelings. His feelings were hurt and it was because of something you said. I still remember when my mom and dad would make fun of me for being afraid of violent thunderstorms. I'm pushing 40. They were like you, just saying things because they thought it would help. But words have impact and your kid's not going to forget the time his mother and father told him he was undateable because of his teeth. The fact that you don't mention apologizing to him is also really worrying. How long has it been? Long enough for the kid to go talk to his grandma. You should apologize and try to talk to him like a person. YTA. What do you mean by, "I don't get it"? When you are insulting about someone's physical appearance, no matter your intentions, it's always likely that they are going to be upset. You and your husband are in the wrong for this. I feel bad for your son. YTA. This hurt me, and you're not even my mother. Very bad move. He will remember that forever. YTA. YTA. Why don't you send him off for a spray tan and Botox while you're at it? Make him as aesthetically perfect as possible for no medical reason whatsoever. YTA. You didn't hurt your son on accident. You hurt him on purpose so he'd do what you wanted and punish him for not doing it. YTA. Big time. You literally told your son that if he doesn't look perfect, nobody will like him, so that his personality doesn't matter. Wow. And you will wonder in a few years why he have low self-esteem. Nobody cares about these things. You could have told 1,000 other things. But in the end is his decision. The way you chose to convince him is beyond cruel and have zero sense, and you need to apologize to him ASAP. Edit to add some things. People should stop telling their kids, "If you don't change X about you, if you don't learn X, if you don't do X, you'll never have a girlfriend, boyfriend." Nobody cares. Better chances to find a partner if you have ugly teeth and big self-esteem than perfect teeth but with low self-esteem, which will be the case in this story.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.